Hey everybody, this is Chris with Simple Tech coming at you with this week's Simple Tech tip, helping you have stress-free IT. So this week we're going to be focusing on FileVault. So a lot of people ask me kind of like, what is FileVault? So it's not going to take a ton of time like some of our other videos to kind of explain it and go through it and the basics of it. It's very simple to turn on. It's just a simple one button click basically. But FileVault just gives you that extra security on your Mac. If you're looking to secure your Mac and protect your data, FileVault is something I definitely recommend. So if you're ready to get started and learn how to set up FileVault, turn it on, and what it does for you, hop on your computer and let's get started. All right, so let's talk a little bit about FileVault. If you store sensitive information on your Mac, such as user data or maybe client data, social security numbers, credit card information, anything along those lines, FileVault might be something that you want to turn on. If maybe your medical office, part of HIPAA compliance, right, is encrypted data. This would be extremely important for you to know. And so to turn on FileVault, what we need to do is go into our system preferences. So you go up to the Apple logo top left, if it's not in your dock, and then system preferences, a couple options down. Open it up. You're going to go to your security and privacy pane. And then across the top here, you have all these different options, general, FileVault, firewall, privacy. If you want to learn more about those, we have some other videos on security and privacy, and one specifically on just that privacy tab. So definitely take a look at those. The links will be down in the description. You can get a little more information on those. But let's talk about FileVault. So like I said, encrypting the data. So you can see FileVault secures the data on your disk by encrypting its contents automatically. So I'm trying to think of how to explain this. So it's basically encoding it, with encryption. We've all probably heard that word these days. Don't really know what it means, but basically a bunch of zeros and ones that locks it down that you need to have a password in order to unlock. So obviously the stronger the password, the better. Not just like a 4-digit PIN number or something along those lines. So to ensure FileVault works properly as well, the Mac will also turn on automatically some other options if you don't have those established yet, such as needing a password, such as needing a password after the machine goes to sleep, or waking it up with the screensaver turned on. So if FileVault's turned on, it is going to require a password every single time after that because it's just trying to protect you and your data. Now, it can only be unlocked and unencrypted by administrators or individual users that you have given access to that FileVault. So just some things to kind of keep in mind when it comes to the FileVault piece. So what we're going to do now is, there's a little bit about FileVault and what it does and some things that you're going to need to know. I guess another need to know, and I apologize for backtracking here, is if you have a newer Mac that has the T2 chip on it, your information is actually already secured due to the T2 chip. However, FileVault just gives you that extra layer of security on it. This is something that actually I did not realize, and I learned as getting ready for this video. So it does still gives you that extra security by requiring that password to unencrypt the data, so that way it is used. Now, there was a time and a place where I would say FileVault, if you are running an older Mac with a traditional hard drive, so one of those, big bulky 3.5-inch hard drives that has the spinning disks inside, or even the small 2.5-inch ones, I typically would say don't turn this on unless you really need to, because it will slow down your computer. However, if you're running a newer Mac that has a solid state drive in it or even a Fusion drive, do it. You're not going to experience a huge significant difference in slowdown while it's unencrypting data, and for the security of your data, it's key. So let's take a look at how to set it up. So you can see on my Mac Mini right now, I don't have it currently set up. So kind of grayed out here, it says turn on FileVault. I cannot turn it on right now because I do have to unlock this pane. So I will click down here. Oh, looks like my security privacy pane froze. So this is a little bug I pointed out to Bradford earlier today. is that this pane, I noticed there's a bug in Mac OS where it freezes. So if you experience this, just go out of security and privacy and just come back in and you'll be able to do it. So you can see here I can use my password. I'm just going to double click on my watch and it'll unlock it for me. And really it's just as simple as going turn on FileVault. What it's going to want is your login password. It's not going to let you use your Apple Watch. It's not going to let you use your fingerprint. It's going to, well, it might let you use your fingerprint. I don't know, because I just realized I'm not using a Mac with the T2 chip. So if it does, let me know. Or I'll put it in the description when we write that out, and we'll get more details, and I'll just write it in there that if it does or does not. Oh, look, my system preferences become unresponsive. So let's just, looks pretty responsive to me still at the moment. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna enter our password. I think it said unresponsive because I hadn't responded yet. So I'll go ahead and do that. So when I click turn on FileVault, I get two options. So my iCloud account, I can use my iCloud account to unlock my disk, or I can create a recovery key and do not use my iCloud account. Now, the iCloud account option is extremely convenient because if you ever get locked out, you can't, I don't know, maybe an accident happens or somebody else, needs access to your computer and has your iCloud account. I don't know what circumstances that you would do that, but let's just say you forgot your password. If you allow my iCloud account to unlock my disk, you don't need to keep track of a recovery key. All right. So we're going to back up a little bit. So if you use the iCloud account to unlock my disk, if you ever forget it, during the login process, you'll be able to use your iCloud password to kind of unlock it and recover it. Now, create a recovery key and do not use my iCloud account. Obviously a little bit more secure because it's going to give you a huge recovery key. And so we're going to go that route because using your iCloud account is pretty basic. When you use your recovery key, you just hit continue. And it gives you this big, 24 digit hash code, right? So it's pretty darn secure. I mean, if anybody gets their hands on this, you left it laying around somewhere. Now it's important to document this. So in this particular case, if it was me and I was using this, let's just say I'm going to, I would actually probably take a screenshot of that, print it, and put it in my safe. Because that's not something you want to lose. So if you ever forget your password to your computer or anything odd along those lines, you're locked out if you don't have this key. And this key will get you back in and allow you to unlock and unencrypt your data. And you have to be exact. Capital letters, the hashes, the numbers. So you want to keep it somewhere safe. And one of the other things that it could also happen is, if you're using an MDM solution, what's nice about an MDM solution, mobile device management, if you enable FileVault using your mobile device management solution, say such as like Adigy, Jamf, Mozilla, whatever it may be, they'll actually the system will log the recovery key for you, and you can always unlock it using the MDM solution. And so that's pretty convenient, just so something to know if you're turning on FileVault while using an MDM. And then you just hit continue. The recovery key has been set. It's encrypting. This process could take a while. Typically after it kind of starts, it might give you a time, about 15 minutes remaining, 10 minutes remaining, but it's encrypting your data. And like I said earlier, some of the stuff, if you didn't have it turned on, will be turned on automatically for you, like requiring a password waking from sleep or after initiating the screensaver, because when the screensaver kicks on, it's essentially like it's asleep, but just the screen's still on. So it still requires that password. So that's it. I mean, once that's the basic of it, right? So once FileVault is turned on, you know that if this computer was turned off, somebody stole it, they tried to turn it on, they're going to need your login password or your recovery key in order to unencrypt that data, which is great for data security, great for HIPAA compliance, medical offices, take note. Or if you're just worried about other personal identifiable information that you may have of clients or friends, family, or your own stuff that's on there. Now, if you ever want to turn it off, you just simply come back in here, you click the turn off button, you turn off encryption, and it basically unencrypts your drive. And it's turned off, and that's it. Thank you for watching. Please click the subscribe button if you want to keep up to date with all of our future videos, and click the thumbs up to let us know if you like this video. We also want to hear from you, so use the comments section below if you have any questions on our video or have videos that you'd like to see us create. We would love to make something pertinent to you, and thanks for watching.